Welcome to the channel, guys. So those of you that follow me on the smaller platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all that already recognize my garage. But for those of you that don't, this was my Christmas gift from my girlfriend. She saw the carport as it was and it was getting a little raggedy for her, so she's like, you know what, we're making good money, let's buy you a garage. And I said okay. Well, I didn't expect one this big. This is 16 by 40. You know, I still got to get it insulated and all that. We just got it last week, but it's still a step in the right direction to make it easier to make content for you. So, let's welcome the first project in the new garage then. Cool down. This is a 1960s model Sears Allstate SGS 250 motorcycle, the one they call the Twingle, for those of you that are like me and immature about that name. Why they call it a Twingle is the cylinder design on this. There's actually two pistons that share a combustion chamber. It's kind of neat how they do it. I'll put the picture up here. So what it is, there's, as you can see at the top, there's one cylinder head and then there's two pistons that go up and they share a connecting rod that's split on one hub on the crankshaft. It's kind of neat, really. This engine makes 16 horsepower. It's got a 4-speed transmission, chain drive hooked to it. Brand new, and when these first came out in '64. Sold for $499.99, and you could actually order these out of a Sears catalog. And they actually, come to find out, had a payment plan, as you can see on the flyer here, which was honestly pretty neat. I calculated it out. It comes up to $297 a month in today's money for a $4,800 bike. So it'd be like buying an entry-level sport bike or something like that. I just think it's neat. Right now, the plan on this, clean up, just clean it. It's filthy, it's been sitting in storage. Buff it out. I want to keep this paint, clean the chrome up. There's a couple test patches I've already done, like right here on the fender. That's just wiping it with some wax. And then the tank right here was Purple Power. Love that stuff. I've got to get a knob for the toolbox right here. And this is actually another neat little feature on these bikes. They have a toolbox that you can store stuff in, the coils behind it, and so all the wiring and the foot peg. Then rear rack. The seat's in pretty good shape other than this little crack right here. I'm gonna try to moisturize this and get it flexible again and then try to patch that. Everything else just going to get polished. It's got a 6-volt ignition system. The battery goes right there behind that door. Up here's all the controls. I like the twist throttle design on these because it holds all the cables and everything in the bar instead of out here, big bulky one like that is. 90 mile an hour speedometer, but these had a top speed of between 60 and 70. That's a neat little bike. The brakes work, the clutch works, the motor's got good compression, so hopefully by the end of this video I get it started and running. Okay, I got a pretty good start on this. As you can see here, like, you can see the imperfections in the fender. It's a little bit wavy, but This is the original paint to the bike, and I'd like to keep it as much as I can. I've still got a couple spots right here that I need to do a little better, but You can see the contrast right here, how the color's starting to come back, and this isn't, and this is dry. Another thing on these since these are 2-strokes, they actually have an oil tank and a gas tank. On 2-strokes where they premix or where they don't premix the fuel, you can actually see where like oil is just spilled over it all these years. This cap will clean up easy though. You can already see a small spot that I just kind of rubbed. And I don't know how everybody's going to take it, but this stuff right here actually works great for this stuff. Just a little bit on there, let it sit. Still got a little bit of elbow grease to it, but yeah, like you can already see it starting to come clean there. Yeah, it'll clean up. It's starting to look good. You can really see the shine now at this angle. Alright, let's take a quick look at the detailing tools I'm using up right now in this video. This is actually like a $30 kit you can buy on Amazon. It might be a little higher. I'll post the link in the comments or in the description. In this kit, it comes with detailing brushes, wax pads that go on the holder here, along with buffing pads. 2 of these bigger brushes, these are different bristles. These are soft, these are a little more coarse. 2 of these smaller brushes, these are really coarse. This is the one I was cleaning the engine case with. And then there's this one it's still coarse, but it's not as stiff. The bristles aren't as stiff. 1 round brush, a couple microfiber cloths, a sponge, a wash mitt, these little tight crevice detailing things for like cleaning your AC vents, like you'd clean right here with. Then set of brushes and this super clean goo. Apparently what this is you can like stick it down and it absorbs dirt and dust and real fine, hard to reach places. I'll go ahead and post a link to this. So I'm not a professional detailer by any means, but this seems to be like a good starter kit for that. But walking over here to the Twingle, you can kind of see how it's coming along. The problem with these is these are 2-strokes. Where's the tank? And these actually have a split gas tank. This side's for oil, this side's for gas, I think. Let me look real quick. Yep, you can see the oil dipstick. These actually mix as they go. So what'll happen is these will get like coated in oil. You saw it there. Well, over time it'll drip down on the engine case, and that's what all this grime is. But drips there, drips down here, gets baked on the exhaust. But it's actually coming out pretty decently. I'm using that kit with purple power, letting it soak in for a minute and then hitting it and wiping it down, and it's coming pretty clean. So I'm gonna keep cleaning, and I don't think we'll get it done by the end of this video, but I'd like to try to start it. Alright, got this side of the bike kind of cleaned up. There was some stuff like on the pipes that I finished up off camera. You can see there it's a little less grimy. Also kind of started on the handlebars. Onto this side. This is what that side looked like when I started. I've already soaked it and started soaking it in purple powder, kind of break everything loose. I need to pull the back rack off to get everything under the fender, but I've also got to pull the stickers off, so we're not going to get to that right now. And the bike's not going to run by the end of the video because I found out I'm missing head bolts. I've actually got to go through, I got to find them before I do anything. That, and I need a battery. This uses a 6-volt ignition system, so some of this stuff's gonna be a little harder to find, but I'll finish polishing it up and we'll call it good on that. Okay, now that this side's done, I ended up putting the seat and the tank, all that back on. Went ahead and put the bike together. I actually put a new set of grips on it, that I found in the box of parts that came with it. And I did a little looking on these. This is a set of Gran Turismo grips. These are aftermarket. They're like cushiony, but they were popular in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I think these are an original set. I think they look good on a bike. But unfortunately, because it's missing the head bolts and battery and all that, I'm not going to get it running this video. I've got to get the RX-7 in here and start getting it ready for the circuit come April, which is it's like drag week, but it's a weekend. You make 2 passes at one track and then like a 300-mile drive, and then back to the track, make 2 more passes. Given the rarity of these parts, I really don't have a date for when I'll get this running, but when I do find the parts, I will have another video up. So for right now, follow me. Well, if you're on here, hit the bell and subscribe. Follow me on 573 Racing on Facebook and Instagram, and Ethanol 573 on TikTok. Till next time.